It's difficult to imagine a scene further from the front line of the war in Ukraine. Nonetheless, this is where it's hoped a basis for peace from the war might begin. Lake Lucerne in Switzerland will host world leaders at a summit this weekend, convened by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. Roadblocks and heavy police presence ahead of the meeting, already an indicator of the high stakes.
It's an attempt of Kyiv to convene as high-level the representatives of the heads of states to actually reaffirm support for Ukraine, but also to kind of gather momentum for framing this war, and also to count friends in a way to see whether throughout 2 years of war, Ukraine is able to expand the coalition for its vision of ending of this war and securing peace.
The basis for the meeting is a 10-point plan originally floated by Zelenskyy in 2022, shortly after the war started. Since then, successful counterattacks last year have given way to Russian progress across the front line, most notably in Ukraine's east. Western financial aid could help bolster Ukrainian defences, but diplomacy with Russia continues to falter. Moscow has not been invited to take part in the Swiss talks and called the meeting futile. At a foreign ministry briefing on Friday, Russian President Vladimir Putin laid out his conditions for ending what it calls a special military operation in Ukraine.
It's simple. Ukrainian troops must completely withdraw from Donetsk, Luhansk, Kherson and Zaporizhia entirely, up to their historical borders. Once Kiev declares it's ready to do that and begins the process, as well as officially abandoning plans to join NATO, we will order a ceasefire and begin negotiations, literally the same minute.
Perhaps more significant may be the absence of another key global player. China has said it won't be attending the summit, despite significant overtures from Western countries. Beijing and Moscow proclaimed a no-limits partnership just days before Russia invaded Ukraine. China is now said to be pushing an alternative peace plan, according to diplomats, in what's been described as a boycott of the Lucerne talks. This weekend's agenda is reportedly already focused on when the next round of talks could be. The likelihood of Saturday's summit laying a foundation for peace seems almost as remote as the location. Flynn, TRT World.